There is a company you have never heard of. They know your full name, your home address, your phone number, your email address, your date of birth, your approximate income, your political leanings, your relationship status, your health conditions, inferred from your search history, the names of your family members, where your children go to school, what car you drive, what your house is worth. They have never met you. You have never given them permission, and they are selling this information right now to anyone willing to pay. They are called a data broker, and there are over 4,000 of them operating legally. This is override. Most people have a vague awareness that their data exists somewhere online. What they do not understand is the scale, the specificity, and the fact that this industry operates entirely in the open, with no requirement to notify you, no obligation to delete your information unless you specifically request it, and in many countries, no meaningful regulation at all. Let me show you what this actually looks like. Go to any major data broker site, Spokeo, whitepages, Been Verified, or any of dozens of others. Type in your name and your city. What comes back is not a rough profile. It is a detailed dossier, your current address and previous addresses going back years, phone numbers, mobile and landline, email addresses, relatives, including names and contact information for people who have never been online themselves, estimated age, estimated income range, property records, court records if they exist, social media profiles, employment history. All of this is publicly accessible to anyone for a few dollars, and that is just what you can see on the consumer-facing sites. The data that is sold to commercial clients, insurance companies, employers, financial institutions, advertisers, and unfortunately, criminals, is far more detailed. Here is where the data comes from. Every time you sign up for a loyalty card at a supermarket, your purchase history is sold. Every time you use a free app on your phone, your location data, your usage patterns, your contacts are sold. Every time you register a product, fill in a warranty card, or enter a competition, your information goes into a database that gets sold. Every time you post publicly on social media, names, relationships, locations, life events are scraped and categorized. Every time there is a data breach at a company that holds your information, your credentials end up in databases that are traded on criminal forums. And all of this flows upward into the data broker ecosystem, aggregated, cross-referenced, and sold as a comprehensive profile of who you are, where you are, and what you are likely to do next. You did not consent to this, not meaningfully. You clicked accept on terms and conditions that nobody reads, that contain clauses nobody explains, that permit data sharing that nobody would agree to if it were described plainly. Now let me tell you why this matters beyond the obvious privacy violation. Data brokers are the starting point for a significant percentage of identity theft, targeted fraud, and social engineering attacks. Remember the voice cloning scam from our last video? The attacker knew the victim's sister's name, knew their relationship, knew enough about the family's situation to make the story convincing. That information came from a data broker profile. When someone is planning to scam you, whether through a fake phone call, a phishing email, a romance scam, or a financial fraud, they research you first. And data brokers make that research trivially easy and extraordinarily cheap. For $15, a criminal can buy a complete profile on you. Your family members, your financial situation, your vulnerabilities. That $15 investment can return thousands. There is also a more subtle threat that most people never consider. Your data profile affects decisions made about you by institutions you interact with every day. Insurance companies use data broker information to assess risk and set premiums. Some employers screen candidates using data broker profiles before interviews. Financial institutions use third-party data to make lending decisions. Landlords use it to screen tenants. You have no right to see most of this data. You have no right to correct it if it is wrong, and it is often wrong. Data brokers aggregate from multiple sources, and errors propagate through the system. People have been denied jobs, loans, and housing based on incorrect data broker information they never knew existed. In Europe, the situation is better than in the United States, but not by as much as most Europeans assume. GDPR gives you the right to request deletion of your data from any company that holds it. This includes data brokers. But exercising that right requires you to identify every data broker that holds your information. There are hundreds operating in Europe. Submit individual deletion requests to each of them, follow up when they do not respond, and repeat the process every few months as your data is reacquired from new sources. In practice, almost nobody does this. It is a full-time job. And even in countries with strong data protection laws, enforcement is inconsistent. Penalties are rarely applied to individual consumers' complaints, and data brokers find legal workarounds faster than regulators can close them. Here is what you can actually do. Step 1. Search yourself. Go to Google and search your full name in quotes along with your city. Go to the major data broker sites and see what they have on you. Understanding your exposure is the first step. What you find will probably surprise you. Step 2. Submit opt-out requests manually for the highest risk brokers. The most commonly used brokers for targeting individuals are Spokeo, whitepages, Being Verified, Intelius, and People Finder. Each has an opt-out process. It is deliberately difficult and time-consuming, but for the highest traffic sites, it is worth doing. Step 3. Use a removal service for the rest. Manually opting out of hundreds of data brokers is not realistic for most people. Services like Incogni, Delete Me, and Aura's data broker removal feature automate this process, submitting opt-out requests on your behalf, monitoring for relisting, and handling the ongoing maintenance of keeping your profile suppressed. Aura combines data broker removal with identity monitoring, dark web scanning, and fraud alerts. So you are not just removing your data, but also being notified immediately if something surfaces anyway. The link is in the description. Let me leave you with something to think about. The data broker industry generates over $200 billion annually. That revenue comes from selling information about you. Information you generated by living your normal life, making purchases, using your phone, and existing in the modern world. You are not the customer, you are the product. And the product is bought and sold thousands of times by companies you have never heard of, in transactions you are never informed about. The only way to opt out is to actively, persistently, and repeatedly demand it. Most people never do, because they do not know it is happening. Now you do. This is Override. New video Thursday. If you searched yourself on a data broker site and found something that surprised you, share this video. Someone in your life needs to see it.